you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked?
I do think that worked. Bella Verita, Kumar, and Amit's Heart of Influence on this fun Friday. Happy Fun Friday, everyone, as we explore the superpower of integrous influence. Bella Verita, please, though, who's here that we're warmly welcoming with heart and growth mindsets?
With all of these growth-minded, warm, heart-centered business leaders and impactors, Heart of Influence, first, from Dallas, Texas, serial entrepreneur creating sustainable access to capital and credit with platforms allowing people to partner and pool seized assets, leverage extensive connections and expertise helping communities, banks, credit unions, and fintech institutions, and more, working with numerous initiatives to invest and reform to build valued assets and opportunities for individuals, businesses, investors, and more. Let's welcome to the show, Dietrich Dunn.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, welcome. And Bella, you just got clips in the first name. You just got to really team with the applause. Just wait till Bella's done with the first name because couldn't hear it.
Dietrich.
Dietrich. Sorry about that, Dietrich. Welcome, Dietrich. It's awesome to have you here today, for sure. And Dietrich, as you probably heard in the green room, Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. And Dietrich, we kicked this game off looking for a headline, not a story. Headline, fun fact. For example, I'm a blind man who's taught sighted people to ski, surf, and scuba dive in the most extreme of conditions. Headline, not story. Could be a fun moment, adventurous moment, proud moment, silly moment, anything, Dietrich, that would make us say, Dietrich, no way. So Dietrich, please, what is your headline fun fact?
While I was serving 8 years military intelligence, Airborne Ranger Special Ops, I actually wrote for a grant for United Way and funded the first Boys and Girls Club in a local community outside of Dallas.
Dietrich, first of all, thank you for your service. That is an extraordinary fun fact. It is a headline. It is a beautiful example. Thank you for getting us started. And we're going to have some fun today. Yep. Dietrich is here. Bella Verita, let's rock.
Dietrich is here, rolling with Dietrich from Houston, Texas, in wealth management for 7 years, having managed 250 plus households, up to 300 million under management, a strategist now for a boutique firm, financial planning, along with wealth investment and risk management, leading biz dev and relationships, using insurance as a vehicle to protect and secure the future of individuals and businesses. Let's welcome to the show, Lupe Mata.
Lupe, welcome to the Heart of Influence. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yes.
And please, what is your fun fact?
My fun fact would be my mile time PR is 4 minutes and 34 seconds.
Whoa. Dude, 4 minutes and 34 seconds. That's insane. Did you run in college?
No, that was back in high school.
Oh my God. Were you like state champ?
No, unfortunately not.
Wow.
That's a crazy timeline. That is totally insane. Like, where did you finish in high school? Like, what did that look like?
So I grew up here in Texas, so we're a big state. So we actually had a lot of really fast runners. It would be sub 4 minutes. So if I was in a different state, maybe I could have, brought home some medals. But it being Texas, we have a lot of really good talent. And yeah, so I was up there, but not the top tier. There was definitely people a lot faster.
You had a high school athlete run a sub 4 minute mile in Texas?
Well, real close to it. So
wow.
Yeah, like
that's crazy, dude.
4:10,
I'm just like, I was a Division I
4:15.
college athlete. My cousin ran at Georgetown, so I'm very present to the insanity of what you're talking about. Congratulations. That is wild. Honor and privilege to meet you. Folks that are not clear, running 4.5 minute mile, I mean, that's just craziness. So Lupe, super cool. That makes him like a 0.001 percenter. Del Rita, Vin Kumar has some cool people here. Let's go.
They have some cool people here coming from Vancouver Island, Canada, co-owner of a world-leading company creating the most environmentally beneficial food products operation anywhere in the world, ranked as Canada's top 100 female entrepreneurs and named one of the most influential sustainable aquaculture businesswomen in 2023 from a pool of approximately 108,000 people from across 170 countries. That is quite the achievement. Let's welcome to the show, Lourdes Grant.
Lourdes, welcome to the Heart of Influence, Vancouver Island, magical place in the world, as I'm sure you know. Just want you to know that we know. Thanks for being here and your fun facts.
It's an honor. My fun fact is I'm scared of heights, so I did skydiving, bungee jumping, and you name it.
That is absolutely extraordinary. Bella Verita actually pushed me out of an airplane once, Lourdes. So yes, I can certainly empathize. This will not be as scary as heights, but the only thing I'm more afraid of than jumping out of a plane is Bella Verita. Welcome, Lourdes and Bella, please.
Rolling with this crew, jumping out of planes from Alberta, Canada, a business broker for companies with annual revenues of $500K to $50 million at a firm that sells more businesses than any other in the world. Expert brokers, professionally trained, deeply understanding the time, energy, and resources that have been poured into businesses, leveraging the best people, processes, and marketing to achieve the highest dollar and greatest outcome. Let's welcome to the show, Ish Oderle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Belle, we are getting clipped on all the introductions of names. So please, who again?
Ish.
Itch. Thank you so much. Am I saying that right? Itch?
Yes,
Ish.
it's like a dish or fish.
Ish. Thank you so much, Ish. Appreciate you enormously. And team, for you just to lay the thunder so pull us till Bella gets the first name out at least, please. So Ish, welcome, and please your fun fact.
My fun fact would be I love jumping off of a bridge with the bungee cord, and that gives me the ultimate high. And I always look for ultimate high with everything I do. And being on this show would be one of them because I have no clue what I'm jumping into. So it's great.
Yes. It will definitely not be as dangerous as jumping off a bridge. There's no way. But Ish, everyone, thanks for being here. And this is like the extreme Amit and Kumar Heart of Influence with all this adrenaline dynamics. But Bella Verita, who's joining Ish?
Joining Ish from Providence, Rhode Island, an expert in big data analytics and visualization, a postdoctoral researcher at Yale and Northeastern, communicating complex information visually and effectively, combining analytics with deep understanding of market trends and advertising, data-driven decisions and strategies, and instructional designer crafting impactful education content, blending creativity with data to deliver meaningful learning experiences. That sounds super fun. Let's welcome to the show, Nicole Betts.
You went mute, John.
John, you are on mute. Oh, you're unmuted now.
Okay, yes. Thank you, team. Appreciate that. Team always unmute automatically. Thank you very much. So, Nicole, again, welcome to Amit and Kumar's Heart of Influence. And please, what is your fun fact?
My fun fact is in grad school, I studied how public art installations can increase how connected we feel to nature.
Oh, that is a beautiful thing. And how connected do you feel, Nicole, to nature?
I feel very connected to nature. Try to be outside as much as I can.
And what's your favorite thing to do in nature?
Maybe canoe. I like canoeing.
Very cool. Well, you learned some interesting things that friends of yours in Greece do in nature. Is that right, Bella?
I think so. I think so. Next up from Edmonton, Canada, a human behavior expert leveraging what he learned to get where he is with severe development delays and autism, attending a business program at 3 years old, recognized that business moves the world, connected it to human behavior and outcomes, consulting and advising owners and leaders through the dynamics of exits, mergers, acquisitions while buying businesses themselves. Let's welcome to the show, Amit Ramal.
Amit, welcome to the party. So grateful for you and all that you bring. Amit was such an inspiration at our recent Unblinded immersion here on Long Beach Island, New Jersey. And Amit, please, your fun fact.
Great to be here. My hands don't work so well. So when I was 11, I went to the bathroom and had to come out holding my pants because I couldn't put it closed again. I tell you, it's not common for people to see parents at the crotch of an almost teen.
Amit, thank you for that profoundly fun fact on this Fun Friday. You are an inspiration, brother, and your humor, wit, vulnerability, transparency are always present. Bella Verita.
Yes, and last but not least, of course, from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, a physician for 70,000 patients, a chief examiner in his specialty, and has built a clinic servicing to serve 1 million people. He and his son, when his son was born with challenges, he searched the world for a medical solution, being told that he never would be able to function fully. Now helps his son run a business with expertise in business growth, exited scaling himself out of his medical practice to serve his son's company. Let's welcome to the show, Dr. Kumar Ramal.
Dr. Kumar, welcome to your Heart of Influence. And please, on this fun Friday, what is your fun fact?
Well, there are a lot of factors that might influence where you go to a medical school. For me, it's because I am very, scared of ghosts. And so an important factor in my picking my med school was what was the least amount of cadaver work I'd have to do in the anatomy lab. Because I am scared crapless of ghosts.
So Kumar, you literally were able to analyze which school had the least amount of cadaver anatomy work. That was actually searchable prior to ChatGPT.
It was because at McMaster, you don't take an anatomy course. And I figured no anatomy course, no cadavers. So
there you go. I love it, brother. That is awesome. Shall we do the things, Kumar?
We are ready.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to introduce our co-host, this woman who so beautifully was sharing everybody's introductions, their bios. She began her career in influence as an 8-year-old selling crafts on her parents' front lawn. By the age of 19, she was a 7-figure business generator in the space of network marketing. By the age of 24, 25, and 26, this extraordinary woman was three-peating, but not like Michael Jordan or Wayne Gretzky, who actually four-peated, but instead as the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada. She was the first woman ever to be the #1 business broker in a very male-dominated industry. And at 24 years old, she was the youngest person, male or female, ever to be Nevada's #1 business broker. She began to train Fortune 500 companies and entrepreneurs. In fact, in 2019, every sales team she worked with doubled their sales. She's a skier, surfer, scuba diver in the most extreme of conditions, maybe even up in that space a little bit north of Vancouver. And this extraordinary woman is a 2-time, about to be 3-time published author. And in 2023, this heart-centered, impactful, vulnerable warrior publicly battled and defeated cancer. Let's welcome to Amit and Kumar's Heart of Influence, the woman that put the heart in it, Bella Verita. Bella Verita, please, fun Friday. Amit, Kumar, Heart of Influence, your fun fact.
I think since we're talking about adrenaline today, I'm going to go with the fun fact that I learned to ski down black diamonds from a blind man. That is my fun fact for today. Talk about adrenaline junkie.
Yes. And then when she gets mad at me, she says she learned to do it on
YouTube.
Yes. So Bella Verita, let's go.
Let's go. Let me introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Bet Key at body surfing competitions. He is only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. And in fact, the state of New Jersey thought he was so cool that they actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages, he's an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million for refugees in Ukraine. Let me welcome my co-host, Mr. Sean Callagy.
Thank you. Appreciate everybody for being here. Amit and Kumar, everyone, happy Fun Friday. I will go with this as my fun fact. In my blindness, I was racing to Long Beach Island, New Jersey today, which was the site of the original Jaws shark attack in 1916 that inspired Peter Benchley to write Jaws. I was then not able to get here soon enough to get out in the waves before Amit and Kumar's Heart of Influence. But before this day is over, I will be surfing for my more than 60th day of 2024. So that is my fun fact, Bella Verita.
That is a super fun fact, Sean Callagy.
Yes.
Have fun surfing.
And surfline.com saw me out. There's a blind guy and their reporter was there. And they're going to do a thing around that. So just about. So Bella, who's going first?
Let's kick this off with Dietrich.
Dietrich, Bella's going to be anybody you'd like her to be. What we're doing is we're in a research and development laboratory, if you will, and you get to meet each other. It's a super cool value. But we've had more than 8,000 people on this show. And what it's about is how do integrous, heart-centered people get our messages through the crowded world, whether it's in management, leadership, recruiting, marketing, selling, fundraising, for profit, not for profit. How does all that work? How do we get heard when we're bombarded with messages, many of which are non-integrous? So pitching, hooking, closing, yuck. I think that's what most people think of those things and how they feel. But what does it look like when heart-centered, integrous people come together to cause yes? That's what the show is all about. So Dietrich Bella could be an ideal client. She could be a charitable or for-profit fundraising partner. Heck, she could be somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey or Warren Buffett, or just a team member you need to confront and create a yes with. Anything that would serve you. It doesn't have to be a final yes. It could just be a yes for a longer conversation in 3 minutes. Dietrich, who would you like Bella Verita to be that you are going from hello to yes with?
Let's say investor.
Bella,
What?
An investor. You got some cash burning.
Oh, investor.
Yes.
Investor.
All right. Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. This is Dietrich. How's it going today?
Pretty good, Dietrich. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome. Thanks for making time for me. We were introduced through mutual friends, so I wanted to just kind of introduce myself. First wanted to find out more about yourself and find out what you're passionate about, and share likewise and share some things I'm passionate about. How's that sound?
Oh, that sounds lovely. I'm passionate about a lot of things though. Is there a certain genre of things?
Yeah. What are you most passionate about? What fires it? What, like, I used to have a mentor that says the fire in your belly, right? So when you think of that essential, that first spark that you can draw on at any time to light that flame.
My dog.
Okay. All right. Awesome. I had one that tears at my heart because I had a dog, Mia. She lived 16 years. She was a chocolate lab. And we used to volunteer through pet partners and visit kids a day before and after their surgeries.
Oh,
tell
that's
me,
amazing.
Yeah. What's your dog's name?
Her name is Emily, after my grandmother, and she's a 4-month-old puppy, Red Doberman.
Oh, nice. Adobes. I love those. Oh, nice.
Yes.
I actually adopted one for a while. I called her Roja. She's a Red Dobie.
Oh, I love
Right?
it. I love her. This is my first,
Yeah.
this is my first Dobie, my first big dog.
Oh,
And
wow.
so I got back yesterday from a trip and it was quite nice to snuggle with her for sure.
Oh, nice. Awesome. So how long have you been investing? What are the things you like to look for in investing, and kind of tell me? Yeah.
Yeah, and I only have about a minute left
Sure.
right now, but I
Yeah,
think
high level.
for me, I really look for things that make a sustainable impact. Things that are making a difference in the world, that are sustainable, that can help employ lots and lots of people. Because I think, nowadays, people are looking for work, and I'm not looking for something that's just like small, but something that can grow at scale and help put people to work.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, and mindful of your time, what I love to do is schedule time in the future, in the next month or so, and discuss things I'm passionate about that actually creates more jobs and then helps with sustainable, affordable housing and workforce employment. And there's a couple of nonprofits and CDFIs that we partnered up with nationwide to help deliver this as well. So,
Well, Dietrich, that sounds amazing, and I will look forward to that conversation.
all right, thank you so much.
Yes.
Excellent work, Dietrich. Very congruent energy, creating safety. Feedbackers coming up in a few minutes, Dietrich. And Bella, who's following up this fine man?
Following up Dietrich, we have a Lupe.
Lupe, who would you like Bella Verita to be, please?
Hello, Bella. You can be a financial planning client, referral, someone looking to help with their finances that came over via referral.
And Lupe,
Okay.
like, give us a demographic, like business owner, non-business owner, about how many assets, like what level assets under management. What do you got?
Gotcha. So ideally, you would be a business owner, successful business owner, entrepreneur, maybe making around $250K a year, family, married with children.
Cool. Bella, take us in.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hello, Bella. Good morning or good afternoon. How have you been?
I'm doing really well, Loopy. Just been a little bit busy, but was looking forward to our call. Sorry, I only had a few minutes today, but I would definitely wanted to, at least get this started. You came highly recommended.
Absolutely. No, I appreciate the time. Thank you so much for carving out a few minutes to have a conversation with me. I was really looking forward to speaking with you. I'm just going to dive right in and make sure that we value your time and get some things accomplished with the amount of time that we do have. What is important to you about money?
Most important to me is that it grows. I wanted to grow, and I like the roots of the money tree to go deep and wide.
Awesome. No, great. I actually hear that from a lot of people. If we were to get that accomplished and have things grow for you, what does that look like for you? What would that help you accomplish down the line?
I think, really down the line, what I'm looking to do is be an angel investor. So I'd like the finances to grow so that I can start investing in other startups, other small businesses, and see other people grow their businesses.
Amazing. No, those are some great goals there. And my next question is going to be a bit of a scenario. So again, just to dive right in here, right? If something were to happen to you, you get hit by a bus tomorrow, you pass away, or you become disabled and are not able to work and do what you do today, would there be anyone impacted financially in your life?
There would definitely be some people that would be financially impacted for sure.
Who are those individuals?
My husband, my children, my mom, my sister, kind of everyone relies a little bit on me financially.
Absolutely. It sounds like you're an important person in their life. Is that right?
I would like to think so.
Absolutely. No. So I would love to set some more time aside to kind of dive into that and maybe address some strategies that could help you achieve the goals that you just mentioned, becoming an angel investor, investing in small businesses, as well as protecting the hard-earned income and assets that you built up to this point in time. And then we can nail down how we can get you where you want to go with the resources you have today. Does that sound like something you'd like to do?
That definitely, I would like to have that longer conversation. Yes.
Absolutely, Bella. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I know you had a hard stop here in a little bit. I appreciate the time and I look forward to setting that time aside. I'll follow up with you with an email and get that scheduled for us. How does that sound?
That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Pleasure speaking with you and have a great rest of your day.
Lupe Dietrich, excellent work. Time for the feedbackers, Bella Verita, please.
Feedbackers, otherwise known as judges, this is a time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. So it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Lupe or Dietrich, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then like a next step. Is that next step you'd rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have a longer conversation with Dietrich or Lupe? I thought they were both actually quite good today. So maybe that next step is you'd like to take them to Starbucks for a little mocha chocolate, little croissant for a little bit longer of a conversation. But if that's not enough time, you would like to rent a private room at the Capitol Grill, ordering the seafood tower, the nice juicy steak, unless you're a vegan, of course, then maybe you're having salad and French fries. But if that's not enough time, you would be willing to rent a private jet. Of course, up and pick up Dr. Kumar and Amit and drive and fly anywhere in the world to have the longest meeting possible. I just got back from Greece. That was a 10-hour flight. You can have a lot of conversation on a 10-hour flight. So let's kick this off with Lourdes. Lourdes, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Dietrich?
I love that Dietrich was able to have a connection with you in terms of what you both like and something that is a common ground, I call it. He did a really good job on being able to not talk about business right off the bat. I know he didn't probably know that he has 3 minutes, so it's a little bit longer on the connection side rather than diving right into what he was offering. And then I also love the way that he segued in the end, how to schedule so that he can follow up for another call. That was really well done. Nothing that I can think about that he'd be improving other than obviously probably knowing what the time is so that he can structure the conversation along those lines.
Lourdes, outstanding. And what would the next step be? A little cup of coffee, private room meal, private jet somewhere? What do you have?
I would like to have the second date for a private meal.
All right, outstanding. And what would the meal be if you could choose anything?
I'm on keto, so it will be steak and prawn.
Cool. Steaks coming up, Bella. I'm hungry. Let's go.
Steaks are coming up. Let's go. Nicole, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Lupe?
All right. So Lupe, I liked how you kind of jumped right in with your first question and got to the point. And you asked a lot of questions, which I think was really engaging. And you also seem to do a really good job listening. Kind of at the end, you connected back to all of the things that Bella said that she wanted. So I guess one thing that you could maybe improve is talk about like maybe some evidence about how you can help Bella achieve her goals. You had like a few quick seconds at the end, but I think the next step would maybe be a meal as well.
What would you have, Nicole, at this meal?
I'm vegetarian, so it'd be a salad and French fries for me.
French fries, steaks. We got a lot of different choices, Bella Rita. Who's following up, Nicole?
Following up, Nicole, we have Ish. Ish, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Dietrich?
Dietrich, I think, did a great job. I think he spent perhaps too much time on the rapport building up front, which is good and bad. I was looking for more yeses from you as he was having a conversation. And at the end of the conversations, I would be looking for, let me connect with you. Would you like me to maybe do a phone call, meet you for coffee? I would give you that many options and pick a time before I hang up the call. So I would be putting something on our calendar to make it real versus leave it hanging. So in both cases.
Cool. Ish, thank you for that. Follow-up step would be coffee, meal, jet.
Of course, they missed both of those. They would have picked either one of them. I would just say do a coffee. Because this is the first meeting. So.
Fries, salad, steak, and prawns, Bella. We got a lot of parts of a meal happening here. We got a lot of things going on. Bella Rita, please.
Let's go. Amit, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Dietrich?
Well, Dietrich, I would eat steak with you. And here's why. I thought you did build connection, and importantly, you were able to hear that sustainability and jobs were important to her and connect that with your heroic, unique identity.
Nice. All right, we got some steak coming. Double orders of steak. And Bella?
Double orders of steak. And last but not least, we got Dr. Kumar. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Lupe?
Well, Lupe was down to business in a hurry, and I think he got more information as a result in the time, and that would help him to work with you in the next meeting. In terms of what I would suggest differently, Lupe, I think that you had enough time to get that next call booked, and I would do that because you and I have both been on the end of waiting for a call back or waiting for an email back. A month is a long time. You fall off people's radars over that time. And I would definitely eat steak with you too.
Let's go. Steaks abound. Kumar, Amit, you know what time it is. This is the time, everyone. that Bella Verita on Fun Friday, even though it's not in my contract, likes to put me on the hot seat because she thinks it's only hospitable since Dietrich and Lupe did it. Now she's going to stick me there. Bella, over to you.
That is 100% true. Kumar Amit, as you guys already know, but everybody, this is the time in the show that I have the honor and the privilege of putting my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about because I have been cooking them up as the show has been going on. Ultimately, Dr. Kumar Amit, you guys get to choose what scenario Sean goes from hello to yes on. You can choose one of my scenarios. You can change anything about these scenarios, or you can be inspired and come up with something much, much harder on your own. Dr. Kumar Amit, are you guys ready to hear what I have for today?
We are ready.
All right. So option number one is I was reading, there is a business that became popular after appearing on Shark Tank called Potato Parcel. And it is a business that sends messages through the mail on potatoes. So option number one is Sean would role play Dietrich, going from hello to yes with Taylor Swift to invest in Potato Parcel. So that is option number one. Option number two is I was reading former Houston player JJ Watt is residing in Houston. So I thought option number two is Sean could role play Lupe, going from hello to yes with JJ Watt on scrapping whatever financial planner he's got going on now and use Lupe instead. So that's option number two. And then option number three, I thought Ish and Nicole could get to know each other a little bit more, see what business that they could do. And so Sean would role play Ish, going from hello to yes with Nicole to jump off a bridge with him to get so they can get to know each other better and see if they could do some business together. So those are the three options that I have for you today. Any of those options tickle your fancy, or would you like to see Sean do something much harder I haven't thought of?
Well, I like the idea of Ish as Taylor Swift. But
Ish oh, go ahead.
But I think asking for money is too easy. How about getting Taylor Swift to go on a date with him?
Oh my God. You are a mischievous gangster. That's what I am present to for sure. All right. Ish, are you up for me?
It's me practicing for life, Sean.
Not confused. Not confused.
You want me to be Taylor Swift?
You're Taylor Swift. I would be you. Is that correct?
Right.
Yeah, okay. And
so you are me, and I'm Taylor Swift.
Yes. And Ish, just
Taylor
give me one other headline on why you're amazing and Taylor Swift would want to go out with you.
Why am I amazing? That the headline, what you're looking for?
Yeah. Yeah. Just like if you're like Taylor Swift would want to go out with me because.
Oh, because I'm probably the best lover around.
Now I'm turning purple, Bella Verita.
Oh my God, I love this. So what I'm hearing is you got to talk about what a great lover you are. Take that one, Sean Callagy.
I don't have to do anything. Okay, so
come on, let's play.
Hello, is Miss Swift available?
Well, who's calling?
Hey, Miss Swift, this is Ish. We had a 3-minute conversation today, scheduled about a charity thing and an appearance. Is it still a good time to speak?
I don't remember meeting you.
Okay, well, your team set up this meeting. Mary, is that your executive assistant?
Yeah, she's one of them. When was the meeting set up?
It was set up about 10 days ago. And she said we have a 3-minute conversation about a charity event that's going to be happening in Vancouver.
Okay. You know what? I have a shoot coming up with the magazine. Can we reschedule this for some other time?
Listen, there's absolutely no problem. I don't want to put any pressure, but would it be better? I mean, I would honor the 2.5 minutes we have left. but if your preference is to reschedule it, I'd be happy to do that. I don't want to put pressure on you.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes. Let's go. See what we could do while I'm getting my limo.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so Ms. Swift, Mary, in setting this up, mentioned, because obviously this is not on your radar, that there's a tremendous event happening in Vancouver. We're dealing with a number of people that have been incredible at raising capital for philanthropic causes. And the agreement was going to be a 50% split between your favorite charity and a variety of other charities affecting more local communities in the western part of Canada, including around Vancouver. And there was a minimum guarantee, Ms. Swift, which I think may open your listening a bit, of a $2 million guarantee to your charity. Is this ringing any bells?
Kinda.
Yeah. Well, how would that, first of all, resonate with you to have a possibility of making an appearance in Vancouver for $2 million going to your charity?
Depends which charity. Again, I gotta dash into my limo. We'll need to chat more about it.
Yeah.
But keep talking.
Yeah. Here's the bottom line. I'm not going to keep talking. This sounds uninteresting to you, and I'm sorry that we would have wasted your time. But I can honestly share with you, if $2 million for your charitable foundation, that I see videos of you posting all the time, of your supporting children battling cancer, isn't resonating with you, and you don't have time to talk about this right now, I can assure you I'm grateful for you. I have so much respect for you, but there's no possibility that I'm going to be speaking into closed listening and busy listening when I'm looking to raise $2 million for your charity. So
No, let's set up another conversation because I have to dash out. I would
Okay.
be interested, but I'm in a big rush, so we would need to set up another call.
Yeah, and that's why I want to respect your time, because I know that your
Yep.
heart and so many beautiful things. So
Yep.
appreciate you, Ms. Swift, and I'll set that up with Mary, and have a blessed day.
Perfect. Thank you, Sean.
Okay.
Ish.
Out of roll. Ish, great job. Give me a hard time as Taylor Swift for sure. What illustrating that moment is, though, and certainly we didn't get to the date part yet, is we're not going to rush anything. And so
Yep.
I had the privilege of talking to a lot of celebrities. I've spoken to Tony Robbins stage 19 times. Tony Robbins has said the beautiful quote that Bella mentioned at the beginning. I'm not going to repeat it, about me. I've spoken on Lee Steinberg stage, the actual Jerry Maguire, Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, a lot of really impactful, celebrity, quasi-celebrity type people. And one of the most important critical things that we always talk about is having integrous scarcity. So the last thing I was going to do with Taylor Swift is chase her, because everybody chases her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
disruption is going to be open. So Ish, how did that feel for me as you in that conversation with Taylor Swift? How did I do as you?
You did pretty good because you hung in there, and the takeaway towards the end had me come back to reschedule, and that is absolutely that's what I would do. You did what I would have done in that scenario.
Well, that's because you're masterful and obviously doing a great job, because we're never going to speak into closed listening, because we speak
Nope.
into closed listening, then we are Charlie Brown's teacher.
You're done. Yeah.
Wow, right?
Yeah.
So Ish, really awesome job. Love the hard time you gave me. Great job. And how was your time today, Ish, on Amit and Kumar's Heart of Influence?
Thank you.
Yeah. How was your time today, Ish, on the show?
Oh, I've been enjoying it. Just learning how, back from my days, I used to do sales training, and I have trained a lot of salespeople. And I'm always listening for what's missing, of course. And, once you find out what's missing, then you can create the new world. And in my conversation with being Taylor and watching you be me, I was trying to see how far you were here. And it was wonderful to see that this is exactly what I would have done. It doesn't matter who it is on the call. If they don't have time to listen, cut or reschedule, doesn't matter. I would have actually personally, because you took it long, I would have right off the bat, when I knew that she does not have time, I'm like, okay, we need to schedule. And I would not have got into any conversation with her personally. But since we went on that track, I would have done last piece what you did. So it's been great.
Awesome. Well, Ish,
Yeah.
wonderful job. Let's go. Lourdes, thanks for being here on Amit and Kumar's Heart of Influence. Warm welcome. And how was your time today, Lourdes?
It's wonderful. It's nice to connect just to know a fun fact about people and how they're doing business with no neediness or salesiness or just giving value to each other. So thank you for having me.
Amen all day. That is the dynamic of how we do it. I had the privilege of breaking every sales record on Tony Robbins' stage that was ever created. It's a super developed sales engine. And it's because if we have, we have an entire formula and mechanism for what that looks like with integrity, but it's rooted in the fact that if people feel pursued, there's avoidance, and we're not getting to the heart of people and creating disruption to open listening, nothing's ever going to happen. So thank you for that, Lourdes. Dietrich, thanks for being the participant seat. Never an easy place to be. You did a really beautiful job. And how was your time today, Dietrich, on Amit and Kumar's Heart of Influence?
I really enjoyed my time. I loved all the different people, the judges, and the other people sharing what they're passionate about, and then just practicing the role practice. It's been many years since I've actually had to do that on the fly like that, which is fun. And then watching you and Ish kind of go through that as well, that was it was informative, and the way that one thing I learned from you when you said, "Hey, and mindful of the last 2.5 minutes." Recognizing that they did give you that 3 minutes, and to maximize the most that you wanted to get out of that 3 minutes is the most important. So that resonated with me, and that's what I'll take away from at least a fun fact and to build on from today. So thank you for sharing that, and it was awesome. Thank you, Kumar and Amit, for actually including me in this and thinking highly of me to even actually put me up for this. I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, Dietrich. And we always talk about cracking certainty with integrity. So Taylor Swift wants more. Everybody wants more.
Right.
I really like what he shared, that you're searching for what's missing. And when we find what's missing and people believe that we can deliver on a solution integriously for what's missing, yes, Ish, beautiful way to put it, then everything can be recreated. So outstanding. Bella Verita had a couple other friends.
We do have a couple of other friends. Let's go to our other participant, also doing a great job in that participant seat. Lupe, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
That was great. It was fun to do those role plays. Definitely always a good exercise, and it was good to hear how other people would approach it, what they would say, and always work on that language. So, and getting some feedback immediately after was also very helpful. So that was great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Lupe and Dietrich, both of you create a lot of safety in your communication, and safety is essential for people to cause yes, because Donald Trump, when yes is at stake, gets nervous. So does Kamala Harris. Everyone, no matter what position of power you're in the world, when your yes is at stake, you feel like prey and the other person is a predator. So creating safety is vital. And you really, Dietrich and Lupe both did a beautiful job of that. So thank you. Bella.
Yes, and let's go, Nicole. I don't know if you would jump off a bridge or not. Thought that might be fun, but how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence? Hopefully not as scary as jumping off a bridge.
No, not as scary. Yeah. It's been really nice to get to know all of you and hear a little bit more about you, maybe forge some connections moving forward. It's been a nice way to spend the afternoon.
Cool. Well, thank you for being here, Nicole, and for you serving as a feedbacker today. Amit, thank you, brother. Beautiful job in your inaugural Heart of Influence. We've had 1,350 episodes. So congratulations to everybody for joining the ecosystem of 8,000 people that have been on the show. And Amit, please, how was your time and your final?
It is great to be here again. And I have some new tips when I go approach Taylor Swift.
This is very true.
I am not sure this dad of mine or mom of mine would be as enthralled as I was with these lessons here.
I love it. Let's get Amit and Taylor Swift together, Bellavita. That is a perfect outcome. Amit, beautiful job today. And Kumar, please, your final.
Well, you know what? I watched everyone here today and was grateful that we did the work to get you here. And remembering that, all business is built on relationships, and all relationships start with a shared experience. Some of you have interacted with briefly before, and some of you not yet. And we look forward to doing so and to see what's next,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kumar, thank you for providing value for everybody. It's not nothing, Kumar and Amit, to put people together. Beautiful job. And we have 3 gifts for everybody as a thank you. And before we say that, just clearly, this is not all about sales training. This is about how do you create yes in all things. So I had the privilege of having a 120-person law firm, and we've created, massive outcomes in a financial company that I own, in the Unblinded platform, speaking all over the place. So this is not sales training. This is influence training, and influence is involved in our sales, our marketing, our leadership, our management, our recruitment, our fundraising for profit, not for profit. It's about how do we scale our financial abundance? How do we create our time freedom? And how do we create the most impact we can create in the world? So it's that dynamic. And to that end, we have our ebook on group influence, which is a textbook on public speaking, leadership, and management that you cannot find anywhere else. How do I know? I looked all over the world, couldn't find it, so we wrote it. This is the science, and people have called our work a whole bunch of things, but nobody has called it anything but world-class and absolutely masterful at the highest level. Some arguing it's the greatest training on the planet in this, by far not close. That's come from very well-known folks. That's number 1. Number 2, we have the opportunity to come join us. 2 things: on a Wednesday morning next week, and on October 22nd, when we'll have the #1 expert in relationships, who, by the way, says relationships are just a figment of the imagination, Alison Armstrong. And because of Amit and Kumar putting it here together, you could be on that webinar with us as well. There'll be somewhere between 750 and 1,000 people live on the webinar. There's already 1,000 people registered, or close to 1,000 people registered right now, with a month to go. So you could join us there. In addition, we have a moment for all of you called a business acceleration session. This is not where we're going to have you come there, receive no value, and hear an infomercial pitch. In fact, we teach advanced pitching, hook, and closing. But instead, like Ish said, what's missing? How do we go from making 500,000 to $1 million, from $1 million to $2 million, $2 million to $4 million? How do we go from making 100,000 to 500,000? If that's where we are, whatever that is, that's what the space is all about, with integrity and impact. Bellavita, please, your final, as you have sat in the seat.
I have sat in the seats, and when I came to the show, I was pretty sure I was going to teach Sean everything there was to know about sales and influence because, I had been the #1 business broker. But I actually learned that there was a lot I didn't know. And there's a big difference between sales and influence, especially influence with people of influence. So definitely check out that book. Definitely join us on Wednesday because you get to meet a lot of people. You get to do a little bit more practice. And it's really a great opportunity to meet some extraordinary people and see what we're up to. So thank you all for being here. Dr. Kumar, Amit, phenomenal job. And Sean, back to you.
Value is how we deliver integrity with absolute transparency. We want to build a lifelong relationship, but we want to add value, and that's what Kumar and Amit are all about. Talk to them, talk to each other, receive the value of today, first in the relationships. We end every show by saying this: I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as to the possibilities for acceleration that sit right in front of all of us. At some level, those possibilities sitting right there. At some level, Bellavita, we're all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you.